little bit of technical difficulties up here at the beginning, but this is part 5 of the Frontline Arcade cabinet restoration. I am getting ready to sand the sides and front down. I think I was just recording that whole time while I was mixing this up. Oh well, must have hit the button twice. I'm only mixing up a tiny bit. I know sometimes I get the comments, why do you waste your time painting it? Why do you waste your time doing all this extra little body work on the back edges or the sides where nobody's ever going to see it? Because why not just do it right? That's how I look at things. If you're doing it and you're making the effort to fix something, just do it right. What's an extra couple minutes? Yeah, it'd be nice to be putting this thing together at the beginning of next week, or maybe even Sunday. We'll see what happens. It'd be nice to get this one done, because then we can move on to the alpine ski. Once that's done, then we're building 2 Tato cabinets. So, all right, I'm gonna let this dry and I'll be back and we're gonna sand this stuff down. Okay, I have 180 on the sander. I'm gonna hit it with the 180 lightly, just kind of knock it down, and then I'm gonna go over it with the 320. And these 2 pieces should be ready. And then, like I said, I only have one more side to do tonight to get ready. And then I'll probably back that pickup truck out to here and maybe put some plastic over it or whatever. And we'll get the first color of paint on. I believe I gotta paint orange first. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. And then we'll see if the stencil material showed up. I got an email saying it's still out for delivery. It's 6:30 at night. So I don't know, UPS is getting later and later. So hopefully they'll come. Maybe we can get them cut and I can get at least the sides and the front painted tonight. That would be awesome. So let me get these knocked down. Okay, those turned out really nice. Couple little areas I burned through. We'll hit that with a little bit of spray can primer before we put the color on. But I'm very happy with this side and the front. They both look extremely good. I'm gonna get these 2 off of here. I'm gonna do the other side off camera. And then at that point, we're ready to get the first color on, which, like I said, I believe is orange. But I will verify that when I look at the stencils. So I will be back. Okay, I got the brown paint out. The brown goes on before the orange. So I already put a little bit of spray primer on those spots that I sanded through. So now I'm going to mix up this brown paint We're gonna get this on, let it set for a little bit. Not sure if I'm gonna get the stencils on it tonight or not. If not, I'll probably end the video after the brown paint, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, after the brown paint sets for a little bit, I'm gonna get the stencils cut and we'll see what happens, see what it is time-wise, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up, and then I will be back and we're gonna start putting the brown on. Okay, I have the stencils all cut and they should be 100% correct. Should be. They look right. And I got it. So what I did last time, how I screwed up, was what I did was when I was measuring on a computer, I wrote in there the measurements from the edge of here to the edge of here, okay, as the total width of the cabinet. And I was wrong because you have to go past that last line because that's orange in this case. So you see right here how that's, I got to space it evenly. So it's gonna be about 3/4 of an inch of orange on the very outer edge on the front and back, somewhere in that area, 5/8 to 3/4. And that's where I screwed up last time, is I made my measurements too wide. So I did adjust them in. Now that doesn't mean that the curve's gonna match perfectly. When you look online at a bunch of these that people have done, they don't line up. The radius and everything, it's just wrong. Whoever originally did these, I don't know. But I'm gonna do my best to get them looking as best as I can. That's all you can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting these on. Okay, that's one side. Actually looks pretty damn good. Not too bad. You know, it's a little off here, but that's whoever did the, you know, the design on it. I didn't do it. And to try to fix it would be extremely hard, but it's close. It's actually not bad at all. I'm happy with that. So the bubbles don't matter, okay? What matters is if something bubbles like that to where it gets to the edge. Those you have to push down because paint will get underneath that. So the bubbles in the center of it does not matter one bit. So I'll have to go around with my finger, make sure all the outer edges are down really well before we put the orange. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the other side on and the one for the front, and then we'll put the orange on, peel the stencils, a couple coats of satin clear, and these can sit overnight. It's already after 11 o'clock at night, 11:15 at night. I'll probably be out here a good hour before I'm done. So, all right, I'll be back. All right, they are done. They look awesome. If you noticed in the video, all the overspray, at some point, the exhaust fan shut off and they keep tripping the breaker. So the only thing I can think happened is those are sealed motors because they're explosion proof, so that the fumes don't ignite if there is a spark inside the motor. So they're in an enclosed housing, and they have capacitor packs on the outside of the motors that are like completely sealed in these containers. I'm wondering if one of them blew or shorted out, and it's just causing the breaker to trip nonstop. So I had to just put the second coat on with no fans. They weren't on for the first set either. I don't know when they shut off because I had the heater going, so I couldn't really hear the fans that much. And so I had to kill the heat because all the overspray was backing up into the shop. So I had to open up the overhead doors and the man doors and try to evacuate all the overspray out. I cut the heat off. So they look really good. They're still drying. I'll show them to you. There might be a little bit of spots that look a little shinier and duller than others. That's just because it's not fully dry, because I had to kill the heat and I have no air movement right now. So let's take a look at them. They turned out awesome. And I redeemed myself, I believe, compared to the other ones. So yeah, that turned out really, really nice. It's going to dull up a little bit more still once it cures. But I couldn't get to the capacitors or anything because you can lift the louvers on the outside. They're mechanical. The louvers open when the motors turn on, but you can physically lift them up. And I spun both fan blades and they both spin, so the motors are not locked up. So my guess is one of those capacitors blew on one of those two fans in there. So the only way to get to it is I have to pull all the filters out from this side to get in there, because that's like a 1.5 foot room in there. That room actually goes back about 1.5 feet. So you got to get in there to get to the fans to look at those capacitors. So I guess I'll be doing that tomorrow on top of everything else I have to do. But it turned out real nice. I'm very, very happy with it. So I got it down now, so when I do the alpine skis, those will turn out as just as good. Got our nice R in there. So, all right, guys, so that's going to end this video. Let me know what you guys think. Any questions or comments, feel free to ask. If you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If anybody has not subscribed, consider subscribing. Doesn't cost anything, just let you know when new videos come out. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.